conducted some early generation seed study together with the sector stakeholders.
We are talking about seed. Seed is the foundation of production. And our interest with the NARO and ISSD is to ensure we have access to quality seed. There is what we are calling early generation seed. Early generation means there is what we breeders call breeder seed, foundation seed. So we want to have enough of that, and that's what the strategies we are looking at today. And then how do we move it to the level of certified seed, which is accessible to all the farmers who are real farmers who need seed. However, in the process, we have found there are a number of challenges to deliver seed in a pluralistic manner to all those who are interested in farming. We have found that there are challenges with facilities of producing and processing seed. That is a big challenge. We have also discovered that in the process of breeding and coming up with new varieties, it requires funding, and the funding is limited. That is why sometimes we are not able to produce as fast and as much as we could want to. So we need a system from the breeders up to when it reaches the farmers. But there is a problem in between. How do we reach with the seed from the one part of the continent to the other? So that is where the challenge is, and that's why we are putting our heads together here today to see how we involve several stakeholders, private sectors, NGOs, local governments, the researchers, these development partners, so that we can produce enough seed. Quality, by the way, it is mark that word, quality seed, which can be now accessible to the farming communities. The gap for counterfeit probably is in the policing. You know, we have been discussing about certification and policing of the seed. If we tell you the number of seed inspectors we have, they are very few. So we need capacity in terms of numbers of people to follow up these things. You know, the society is also now crafty. You can't blame us, even if we would produce enough. But you find people go and get bags from genuine companies, bag the fake one, and also sell. It is a big problem. But if we have enough inspectors who will help us to police and ensure quality, we shall slowly by slowly deal with this. Other countries, if you look at Zambia, even Kenya here, KEFIS, they have tried to increase the numbers, but also build the capacity of the people to do the policing. And their level of the problem is lower than others. They have not completely eliminated it, but the problem is reducing, and surely it will end.
The problem, in most cases, emanates from us, with the resellers or the dealers. Because in the company, we usually get those seeds when they are well, but in the process of keeping them around here, they are tampered with, or they are destroying. At times we mix these seeds with fertilizers, and you know, the seeds is a living organism. Whenever it gets any contact with the fertilizer, it is destroyed. In most cases, there are fertilizers which usually spoil these seeds, especially urea, CAN, and the NPK. So if it's not planted and there is any contact with the seed, definitely that seed would fail to germinate.
Like any other sphere of life, normally people who do wrong things have no formula, and they are difficult really to trace and even know the motive behind what they do, other than the struggle to survive, and they find the environment is providing that opportunity for them to survive. So what we concentrate on as the business sector is to let the consuming communities, especially the farmers, be aware of where to get the genuine seed. And therefore we promote ourselves, we brand, we even run media programs to make the consuming community aware of the source of genuine seed.
There are some scrupulous people who bring fake seeds on the market because they usually bring those seeds in the season. This is the period. They usually bring them at a cheaper price, and Ugandan farmers usually prefer cheaper things. Even if you put a genuine seed at 2.5 and the other one sold at 2.2, definitely they will buy that one which is at 2.2. So people don't mind about the outcome. Their main focus is the buying price. So if the person is purchasing it at 2.2 and you are selling it at 2.5, definitely will buy the one which is cheap. In most cases, it is because of ignorance, because they cannot differentiate these seeds. They say this is red and the other one is red. You are telling him 2.5 and the other one is selling it 2.2. Definitely, you cannot distinguish the two. They will definitely buy the other one which is cheap.
For sure, we have got different crop varieties, and these crop varieties have got an indication of the prices. We are open about pricing. Genuine hybrid maize seed, for instance, will not go for less than 5,000 shillings a kilo onwards. What we only do is now to try to make it affordable to the farmer by packing in smaller packages, so that a farmer who is able to buy only 1 kilo gets a package that is 1 kilo. We don't take 10 kilos and then someone is tempted to start breaking the bag so that he weighs off 1 kilo for the farmer. So by getting smaller packages, we are making the farmer able to afford the seed in smaller volumes according to the amount of money they have to purchase the seed.
For the past four or 5 years, we've been working in the seed sector, and we see that the uptake of farmers of quality seed is not very high. So farmers are not investing in the seed. So we believe quality assurance is a key issue, but also availability of materials that the seed companies and the local seed businesses, the farmers, use to produce quality seed is also not always available. So together, from both the demand side as well as from the production side, we need to work together to make sure farmers can access seed.
We also discovered that there are crops where the private sector is not interested. Finger millet, cassava, these others, they are not interested. What we have done, these have been organized in groups so that we give them the early generation seed we are talking about, so that they themselves are trained to produce seed. There is a class we are calling quality declared seed, which even in terms of policy now, it is recognized. So that if what we have is not enough, to avoid these fake people, they can also within the communities produce seed for their own people, train them, they can process the seed, brand it, and also sell to their other fellow farmers. We are working with them. Also, the other thing is we need more sensitization. People must know that seed is the foundation of production. Not everything which can germinate, you should call it seed. You see, there we put a distinction between seed and grain. Yes, even grain can germinate, but what will you get from it? So even that part of sensitization we are doing with the district leadership, and I think we shall surely and slowly get there.
I will emphasize farmers, you should have a specific place where you buy your seeds. And if you go to that place, the moment you buy those seeds, you have to ask for a receipt. You must go with a receipt. That is your reference. That is your security. That is your agreement with the seller. In any case, the seed fails to perform according to your expectations, then you can go back and complain. If at all the seed performs according to your expectation, then it will give you plan how to plan for the next season. Suppose you buy a seed, it fails to plan, definitely the next season you cannot buy in that same place. You will go and complain. If they compensate you well and good, you can continue with them or you can go to another place. If it does to your expectation, then you go back and you buy.
Incidentally, there has been some transformation in the way farmers are performing in their agricultural activities with the resilience of supply of improved seed. There are cases where farmers have landed on wrong seed that is from the counterfeit players, and especially the knowledgeable farmers are able even to raise the red flag. The yields which come from a farm that was planted with improved seed will be evident that the source of seed was genuine. Good enough seeds are a promise that the farmer will grow today, the following season, and the season after. So when someone happens to land on wrong seed, it is a learning experience of one season. Then it raises the red flag, and then the farm is able now to go and get the genuine seed from the right sources.
We can do a lot together to collaborate to make the seed sector stronger. We've heard a lot of news items about counterfeit seed, about farmers not accessing seed. So we believe that if we come together as stakeholders, the Ministry of Agriculture, NARO, National Agricultural Research Organization, and Uganda Seed Trade Association, we can really make a change and farmers get access to good quality seed.